All right, welcome to our one-shot session with Liam. I'm your regular Dungeon Master Charner. This is our second session in our one-shot series, technically between episodes 7 and 8 of Season 2. And Robert, or Liam, is in a unique scenario here. Robert did not play last session, so we are going to play catch-up a little bit. And the last we left off, the party had defeated some oozes inside the tree of Shayless Tirlith and had an interesting conversation with Shantira, the ruler of the tree and of the Eladrin people there, and learned more about an artifice type device created by the Forge Maiden from Thelanis, the Feywild of Eberron, to help deliver their people from the impending magical explosion that decimated Seer and turned it into the Mournland. So they discovered some black ooze and defeated some monsters. Holly got dangerously injured, and the party went off to find out more details, which is all in episode 7 of season 2. So Liam decided to split from the party and go report to the Knight Marshal for the King's Dark Lanterns in his absence. So, Liam, you find yourself
That's me.
descending the tree and returning to the Ambassador Towers in the center of the city to meet back up with the Knight Marshal Deleneth. So, is there anything you would like to do on the way, or any objectives you have that you'd like to discuss?
Um, for a second, I'm like, my brother hasn't gotten himself in trouble in a while, but he's doing a lot better, so it's probably nothing. So I get like a little ding of like, "Ooh, where's my brother right now?" And
Mm-hmm.
then I'm like, he's probably fine. And then I'll count my feather tokens uh, for no reason,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, "Ooh, let me see if I can find one guy who sells feather tokens on the way down. Kind of like doing your laundry.
Right. You,
Living around the city."
is this a I know a guy scenario, or is this let me see if there's a street
Um,
merchant that might be selling one?
I feel like in Eberron that, I mean, you can tell me as the DM, but that like there's always some kind of hustle going on.
Oh yeah.
So maybe a
You,
guy bought.
yeah, you find a Warforged standing on the corner, and there's not very many left in the city at the moment, but he's wearing his trench coat, and he opens up his, like he's selling pocket watches in the streets of New York.
Mhm,
He's got
mhm.
some feather tokens here if you want one. Just you're welcome to
He's
buy a
like,
couple.
I'll be like, forgive me, but I do this. How much? How much first?
I believe they are pretty cheap here in the city. I think they're like 5 silver a piece. Yeah, let's do that.
Um,
Although I never give you guys money.
does this guy look like he really needs some money? Like he's doing a man on the street thing. Is he? Does he have a nice coat? But it's
Yeah, the coat is nice, but he's got a bag lunch, if you know what I mean. He's he brought his lunch from home today.
mhm. for a race that doesn't have to eat or drink. Yeah. Um.
It's an oil can, store bought.
Yeah. A rusty one.
Hmm.
Um. Okay. I'll ask him how many does he have.
He's got he shows you the one side of the coat, and it's got about 12, I would say.
Um. I'm gonna say, forgive me, friend, but I do this with all items that I buy off the street, and I'll cast ritually cast detect magic
How long does that take?
to make sure. Uh, 10 minutes, but I'm telling him I'm gonna buy them all.
So you sit in front of him for 10 minutes and let him cast a spell on you?
Yeah.
No, he walks away.
Well, no, I'm.
As you're trying to cast the
He
spell.
does.
Yeah, he leaves.
I'm,
He's like, no, you can't cast magic on me.
uh, what? No, it's on the detect magic on the feathers.
Oh, I know, but
I want to make sure he's.
he doesn't do magic, so he's like really
I'd
uncomfortable
be
with
like,
you
what
like
if what
sitting
if
down.
let's see, 12, it'd be 6 gold. What if I doubled it and gave you 12 gold? I just want to make sure I'm buying the real thing.
Sure, pal. I got nowhere
That's
to
double the
be.
price for. Okay. uh, so I'll do them for. I'll double the price. Like as long as like they're
Okay.
all have
Yeah.
some kind of
Yeah.
magical. Okay.
They're all legit.
Mhm.
They some
Okay.
of them look like
Here
they've
I.
been in people's pockets and like been dinged up. They're not like fresh off the assembly line or anything, but
That's
they
okay.
still use because there are times when people suddenly lose their feather tokens, not
Hmm.
because they didn't
Hmm.
fall, but because of other situations. So,
Hmm. So I'm gonna give him 12 gold.
okay.
I'll be like, thank you. I just I don't want to. I don't want to be falling and then figure out that this one's too damaged. You know,
No problem.
it's not you, it's me. So I'm gonna go ahead and subtract 12 gold
Okay.
from inventory.
You got 12 feather tokens.
And then I have like nothing else. I'm gonna add feather tokens.
Okay.
Got the little feather token. That is a good point. Like, oh, what is he doing?
Got nowhere to be. All right. So you get your feather tokens. Um, is there anything else you like to do on the way?
Nope.
Okay. So in your familiar route, you head into the Breland offices in the Ambassador District and um, find the hidden office door that leads to the King's Dark Lantern's retreat, backspace, office
Hmm.
space. And the Night Marshal is actually there, and he is packing up a bag as you walk in.
You get it. You're getting promoted.
Oh, I wish. No. Well, we do have a mission.
Oh, oh, oh. What's going on?
Well, why are you here?
What do you got for me today?
Are you coming with me, or did you have something to tell me?
I mean, I kind of wanted to clarify something that has come up since I guess last reported.
Okay, I'm I'm listening, and he's like still
Um,
ruffling through the bag and sticking daggers and stuff into this thing and
in
maps and stuff.
in in my report to Knight Marshal, uh, Denelith, Denelith,
Delineth, yeah, Del
Delineth,
apostrophe NF,
Adele Ineth.
yeah, Adele.
Um, yeah, Delineth. I better say Delineth, otherwise I'm gonna actually say Adele. Uh, um, I made like vague references, so I wouldn't be lying, but then like it was still like I basically tried to make it to where it was like something you would like your eyes would naturally pass over. Um, in the report when we were coming back from the Mournlands,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like there was so much stuff in it, and it was like I kind of wanted to keep that a little on, I guess, down low.
Okay.
Um, so um, I would like to essentially say that House like Merrick
Yes.
has been basically pressing my family, and it's been very uncomfortable.
Hmm.
Uh, and so I'll say he's become aware that he thinks so from his perspective we are probably in possession of a destructive creation device. Um,
Say that again. A destructive creation device.
right, a creation device by existing. I'm gonna be like kind of like I'll be like how much do I trust Knight Marshal Delanis judgment to like not like freak out if I tell him that we have the clockwork device.
He's a pretty level-headed guy. I mean, he doesn't explode with emotion, so you can
Okay.
if you tell him something, he's gonna take calculated steps.
Okay. And I would imagine over the years working with him, this may not be the first like crazy item that we've either had to just like deal with the existence of, like
Yeah.
including the if you include the 100 Years War.
So one of the things that you can remember from your past in working with the Knight Marshal and the King's Dark Lanterns is the amount of um, just a little backstory I'm adding to your own backstory for you. Um,
Yippee!
the amount of artifacts and magical items that come from the continent of Zendrick to Sharn by adventurers is so insurmountable that there are like warehouses full of magical items all over the
Just
place, and they're not inventory catalog, like nobody knows what some of them do. And so the idea that some magical item has crossed paths of you is not unheard of. It's like, oh,
it's
Liam found another one.
like we zoom out and then it's like the Ark of the Covenant in Indiana Jones like being packed up and thrown in a warehouse.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say originally Merrick sent us out to he gave us an offer to go out and try to find a device. He didn't tell us what it was. We found what he probably was talking about, but it's a creation clockwork device. So that's what I mean by a destructive creative device. Um,
Creation clockwork device. He's a little lost. You can see on his face. He's like,
um,
it sounds like artifice mumbo jumbo.
it is artifice mumbo jumbo.
Okay, so you found
Um,
artifice mumbo jumbo.
at this point, because with that additional context of like, um, there are just tons of dangerous devices in the world, and we just have to deal with them.
Right.
Um, I'm gonna fill in the gaps for him. I'm gonna tell him like what we've seen it do, and then our fears that Merrick would use it for evil.
So you explained to him that the orb was in that kind of creation forge area in um, Metrol, and it
The
exploded.
and mhm.
Right.
The now destroyed Creation Forge.
Okay. Well,
Mhm.
so if you tell him creation forge, that's gonna trigger something in his head. So the creation forges should have all been shut down. I'm pretty surprised that you came across one in the Mornland that's hasn't been uncovered yet. So it was pretty impressive work, but also pretty
Add it
concerning.
to my resume. End of year review. Destroyed. Destroyed an undiscovered Creation Forge.
You're upholding the Thronehold Treaty very well.
Mhm. Mhm.
The
But
Thronehold Treaty was the treaty for the Five Nations to stop the war, the 100 Years' War, and one of the constraints on it was that all the Five Nations could not have creation forges in their borders anymore. So they were all shut down. The one in
mhm.
Seer was assumed shut down because of the morning.
The whole
Yeah,
country exploded.
right.
So, I think both of us, like, with our, I guess, background and experience,
Mhm.
um, I'm gonna try to get across to him that, like, I think we both know there's really very limited uses. Like, he's not gonna open up an ice cream stand, you know?
He would
Like,
make a lot of money, but you're
yeah,
probably right.
yeah, and, like, I think it's clear, that this would give him, like, he can probably make the building, but he can't make the clockwork creation device.
I mean, I don't have the first clue as to what is needed to create a creation forge. Only the Caneth artificers
Mhm,
do. So it could be they need one component. It could mean they need 10 or 100. That who knows, right? And so, but one less in their hands would be better.
mhm. And then I'm, going to, tell him what I know of him having a very thinly veiled threat to,
Mhm.
um, uh, uh, I guess, my family.
Your brother's wishes of spreading the
I'm gonna tell him
Cloverfield
that.
name have really started to come true. Because now everybody knows who they
Yeah,
are,
yeah, yeah.
or at least the
Even
leaders
even Merrick.
of yeah House Cannon. So okay, so we can. Are you asking for help for your family? Is that what you need?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes. Because it's
got
like,
it.
if it were me, I can deal something. I can deal with that. Um,
Right.
I don't care if he's mad, just as long as he backs off,
Does
kind of
your
thing.
family still believe that you deliver milk? I'm just kidding. That was the old
um,
CIA joke.
I was, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, well, they kind of think that, like, I'm basically an adventurer.
Aren't we all?
Mhm. Besides, the people you've previously seen.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's. I need to do this first, and then we will do that if that's okay.
Mhm.
So let's
Absolutely.
focus on the current mission because the current mission is directly related to what you just told me, surprisingly, and not surprisingly at the same time. Now, uh,
Oh,
I
last thing.
sure.
I did tell, in a panic, I don't I'm gonna get heat for this. But I did send a message to the king. So I know that's a no-no, but, it was also a,
Did he respond to you?
I'm gonna yes.
Oh, okay. And this was how long ago?
Um,
Y'all have been back in Charmin
uh,
for about 2 weeks.
the yeah, I was in, it was like this was, before we were about to travel, but I think there was, like, one final threat we were dealing with.
Hmm. So you're gonna
So
tell him a
things have
couple
been
weeks
kinda
ago.
busy. Yeah,
Okay. And his eyes are
but
gonna be like,
yeah,
well, I'm sure I'll hear about it sooner than later, or
yeah.
I don't know. But you told them Delneth that you have the orb still.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Is it on your person right now?
Uh, it's with one of my associates that
Good,
you've met.
because what we're doing right now, I don't want you to bring it with you.
It's, I'll go ahead and tell him. I'll tell him it's, like, wrapped in lead and put in a extra dimensional space
I don't know
to
how
prevent
you
scrying.
I don't know how you came up with that, but it sounds perfect. I can't. The only other place I could think would be is in the King's Vault in the capital. So uh,
Mhm.
maybe we get it there at some point if we can find a way to deliver it safely.
And, I just don't want Merrick to, have this, ambition, where now he's going outside of the nation and then, basically starting this whole mess all up again
Right.
because he thinks he has some kind of ego or he knows what's right and he doesn't. But I'll leave that for another day. So what's this thing we got going on?
Well, your best buddy Merrick's has called a meeting with the other two leaders of House Cannith. Uh, they're the two people are their names are Jorlana, who is the leader of Cannith East, and Zorlon, who is the leader of Cannith West. Jorlana's in the nation of Andwar, or Aundair, Aundair, and lots of proper nouns. And Zorlon's in
Kenneth Kenneth East is led by,
Jorlana,
how do I spell that?
Jorlanna.
Which is located in where?
Uh,
I'm typing. Sorry.
Aundair, and that's the nation above Breland.
On deer,
Yeah, Aundair. All the capital
and then Kenneth
nouns.
West is headed by
Zorlon, Zorlan,
Zorlan Elian.
hmm
Okay.
and that's in Karnath, Karrrnath.
Okay.
And they're above the Talentia Plains on the other side of the Mournland. So other side of the Mournland and then north. But
Sorry.
anyways, you're good. The Merrick's has called a meeting with the two of them, and they arrived in Sharn this morning and are on their way to the Cannith Enclave down in the Cogs. And the king caught wind of this, and he wants to know what is happening because the three house leaders have not met in at least 2 years since
Hmm.
the end of at the war and the shutting down of the creation forges. So something's happening, and we
Hmm.
need to know what it is. And so
Okay.
he continues to pack his bag,
Wow.
and the last thing he pulls out is this uh, telescope, and he hands it
Hmm.
to you, and he says, "You'll probably be able to use this better than I can. This is a
Hmm.
finder scope." And he hands it to you, and it's more or less a modified crystal ball. So I don't have a stat block for it, but I'll give you the details of it. It's being you can cast scrying with it once a week, but its range is limited to 1,500 feet.
All right.
Okay. So our job is to somehow get something that we can use to improve our scrying efforts, whether it be a personal item from one of the three that is going to be meeting Merrick's Zoran or Drolana, or something from their body itself, a fingernail, a hair, anything that's going to improve our chances of the scry being successful. Because we
Hmm.
have to know what they're talking about. And unfortunately, the Cannith Enclave is heavily guarded and not very receptive to visitors unannounced. So we have to do our best to figure this out tonight.
I wonder if the other place that we could look for. Um, let's you know what let's see how Liam's a pretty smart guy. I think this wouldn't be terrible. I'd be like, well, he did visit our house. So you said like in does Liam being in a basically spy agency should remember what scrying. Like he should be intimately familiar with scrying, probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Would you say so? Okay. um,
He's familiar with the ability to
so
scry and what some of the other members of the King's Dark Lanterns do to spy on people who are unprotected.
um, if you're familiar with the target, it's a -5 to save. I'm just looking. I'm just looking at the stats to see what would help Liam. So a likeness or a picture is the bare minimum.
Yeah.
A possession or a garment, probably clothing. Yeah,
Yep.
clothing is
+2.
would does the clockwork device count as his? Is that
No.
his or is that just like
No.
okay?
And
That would be
the
fine.
Night Marshal is implying that you need to go into the Cannith Enclave to acquire something
Mhm.
to improve your odds, whether it's from Merrick's or the other two.
Um, and if lucky all three. Okay, so has Liam I don't think I've taken like a long rest since I fought uh the ooze.
Probably not.
Um could we say I've taken a long rest since this or should I go rest right now?
It was after lunchtime when you guys were there. I would say you probably left around 2, and the um, trip back to the Ambassador Towers probably took you an hour. So 3, and plus all the debriefing and planning for this is like 4. So if you take a long rest, it's going to put you into the middle of the night.
Um
And
and
you
when
don't
are
have we
they
don't have
when
a clear time of when the meeting is yet. Um,
uh
they just knew that it's happening tonight sometime.
that's tough cuz I got a second level 1 second level spell slot.
That's it.
Um uh no, I also have 2 level 1 spell slots.
Okay. You also have the Ring of Spell Storing.
Um which I should let me look at my notes. Um, I'm sure people watching will be able to tell I have 2 screens. I have the Ring of Spell Storing, but the memory spell is in there because I remember paying for that.
Okay.
Detect thoughts.
Gotcha.
Oh, I haven't used Arcane Recovery,
Ooh.
so if
Oh,
I've taken, I take 1 short rest, I can get a level 4 spell slot back.
go for it. You have time for a short rest.
Yippee! I'm gonna get. Oh shit! My hit points are 9.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
The the Night Marshal looks at you because you look like hell.
um,
he
let's see.
can
Being level
here.
7,
He can do. He has second level cure wounds. So that's 2d8,
I
right? What does
and
cure wounds do?
I was also thinking. I'm gonna spend like all my. Uh, I'm gonna spend like 6 of the 7. 6 7. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
No, don't do it.
Uh, 6 of the available 7 that I have on the short rest.
Okay, Knight Marshal gives you 17 hit points back from a Cure Wounds.
Sweet. And I'm going to use 4d6 plus 4.
For which one?
So for the short rest,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I have to take a
For your
short
hit
rest as a
dice.
part of
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So this will be 4d6 plus.
You're level 7, so it'll be plus.
Yeah, plus 8, because it's for each one it's plus my Constitution modifier.
Okay.
There's 10, 14 plus 8, 22.
Nice.
And that will put me at
You only have like,
max.
yeah, I was about to say, you only have like 40 hit points anyways.
Yeah, about that.
All good.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him if man, I know, so I know I have Detect Thoughts, and that's a level 3 spell, I think. I'm gonna ask our boy Knight Marshal. No, it's a 2nd level spell, so I have room for a 3rd level spell. I'm gonna ask Knight Marshal if he's got any level 3 spells he wants to deposit
He doesn't have
into the ring.
he doesn't have any 3rd level spells. He's technically a ranger, so he's only got 2nd level spells, I think, at this level. At the level he's at, anyways.
Um,
I don't have his character sheet on hand.
could he deposit 1 Hunter's Mark? Level 1, so I have a total of 3.
Yeah, sure. He can deposit 1
Sweet.
Hunter's Mark. There you go.
Because that would actually help both of us.
Yeah.
If I can track people. I'm gonna add that in my notes. And
Okay. You have Detect Thoughts and Hunter's Mark.
very different than Maker's Mark, which is only available at the Glitter Dust.
Great. So you take your long rest or your short rest. You figure out all your components and all your spells and all of your everything you need.
All the King's horses and all the King's men.
And yeah, could not put Humpty back together again. And Knight Marshal says, "I will go with you as far as I can. If we get split, then don't come look for me. We will do this. You have the finder scope, so I will be your lookout. And if you hear from me, then I'll let you know if you need to get out."
Are there? Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna be like, it's been a while since we've done one of these.
It has been a while. So as you begin leaving the offices and descending down to the cogs, to the upper cogs, where the Cannith Enclave is, the Knight Marshal begins to detail to you all the ingress points to the Enclave. He explains there is shipping and receiving in the lava harbor. So there's lava boats that go across and take materials and supplies and finished products in and out. There's the main entrance for guests and VIPs and whoever else, which you have used that main entrance before when you were invited by Merrick's the first time you were there. There is the worker entrances to the workshops. and there's multiple buildings around. It's like a castle town kind of feel, right? So it's this own lava,
Hmm.
island in the middle of this lava lake, and there's a big Bowser's castle looking thing in the middle, and then there's kind of side buildings all around this area. Um, and then there's also
Definitely not a villain at all.
no, not at all. And then there's
Yeah,
also the ductwork, which pushes out um, mana waste
ducks.
or
Oh,
yeah, etheric debris
it's a
out
yeah.
from the forges, right? So as they pump the forges with magic, the mana waste gets pushed out of the ventilation. So those are the entrance
Probably
points that
should.
he's aware of.
Mhm. Do you have some kind of disguise kit? Because he's looking for me. If
Um,
he sees me, he will approach.
we can find one on the way.
That'd probably be good.
Okay, no need to RP this. We can go and find an easy disguise kit. I'm sure it's like a couple silver or whatever. Night Marshal pays for it, so
Hmm.
you're good. You have one disguise kit at your disposal.
I'm gonna
You don't have disguise
use
self
it.
as a spell.
Um, no, because like a lot of what I've been doing is a war wizard,
That's true.
which is just I cast fuck you and your family. Uh,
Fireball.
yeah. Uh, and then the other thing I'd like to do is find familiar and get in. I think I also have okay, I don't have unseen servant. Find familiar, ritually cast, and then get like an owl.
Okay, you have an owl. It flies to you
Hmm.
from uh, just out of nowhere. Just poof. What color is
Hmm.
it?
Uh, just just standard barn owl.
Perfect. It, surprisingly, there are barn owls in Sharn.
Hmm.
They make
Yeah.
nests in every corner that the
Hmm.
towers provide.
These pigeons aren't going to eat themselves. Someone's got to do
Well,
it.
actually, the pigeons are surveillance cameras.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. I would know. I would know. So,
Okay. Um, so uh, as you descend, you need to prepare for whichever entrance you need to go into, because that will determine the path that you take in the cogs. As the tunnels down there are like a honeycomb type structure, they go in every which direction and lead many different places.
so, um,
I also want to know what your disguise looks like.
uh, I think that I'm going to,
Hmm?
uh,
Kristen said a fake nose.
oh,
Just a.
oh, man, yes, I've got
Oh,
this.
he has it. Going in as Mr. Bean. Might have to get Mike to put a cut right here. Oh, here he comes. Perfect.
Yeah, as Groucho Marx. Um,
They'll never know.
so um, this will definitely be a part of it, and I think I'm gonna wear it for a while. We'll see. We'll see how annoying
You can
this
take it
gets.
out. Yeah, you can take it off
Um,
whenever you're ready.
yeah, but uh, I think I'm gonna try to disguise myself as like I have to be like it has to be a reason why they would allow me in. Um, I'm gonna dress up like an accountant.
Okay.
Like something that would be like this guy, he works on papers. He has to ask serious people serious questions, and he's incredibly boring. Don't pay attention to him. He'll start
Hmm.
talking, and your day will get worse because you have to hear his like lack of personality like across your ears,
Yeah.
and that's just not what you want to do with your day. You
So
know.
you're familiar that the Cannith Enclave and the Cogs is mainly for workers, while the Cannith building in the Ambassador Towers is more administrative and trade relations and things. But it is not uncommon
Hmm.
for some of those workers up top to come down and do inspections and inventory and things like
Hmm.
that, right? So, um, and not everybody in the house is human with the mark of making, right? There's other people employed by the house. So your
Hmm.
your uh, incognito um, persona is
Hmm.
accepted.
Oh, do I know? Do I know what like the surely their like mark of making uh is like a very common thing that I would recognize from living in the city.
You're aware
You
that
know.
dragon marks are like tattoos on people's bodies, right? So you would be able to
Hmm.
see if they manifest in different locations on everybody. They're not always on the same spot. But if you saw somebody with one, you would recognize that it is a dragon mark.
Is it so you said not everyone has to be like an elf because he's like an elf,
They're all humans.
right?
The whole
Oh, my
can
bad.
the
Sorry.
Cannith family itself are with the mark of making
Hmm.
are humans. So the anybody that manifests the dragon mark of one house that is of a different species is typically not kosher. Like they don't want somebody in one family and someone in another family to have children because then it results in aberrant dragon marks, and that's a whole monstrous thing. So
So if basically what I'm asking is if I prejudicitation, do I think if I prejudicitation a dragon mark somewhere that it will uh
on you,
be thought of as a fraud? Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah, you wouldn't dare.
Okay. Okay. That's that's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
Um
it would be offensive.
okay. I was like I don't know, maybe I can be like the disappointment that's like shoved in the back room, but I actually
You're
do
not
good
tall
work,
enough,
so
unfortunately.
every so often, yeah. Yeah. Neither is my brother.
Nope.
So, yeah. Okay. Okay. So that plane's out the window. But I'm gonna walk in the front door.
Yeah.
Like so.
I talked to this about Kristen. I was like, "Here's all the different places that Robert can go into the can at the workshop," and she was like, "He's gonna go in the front door." Yeah, he's going in the front door. I'm not surprised in the slightest.
the the
Hmm.
thing about this though, it's because
Yeah.
I don't think like going through that other way is like I feel like if I go through the workshop and then I come up to where the important people are talking, they're going to be like, "Ew, broke person who works for us, pay him less," and then like send me like throw
Right.
me in the lava or something, you know.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, disgusting scum." Like we see how they treat the Warforge. I'm sure they don't treat their own workers any better. So
Okay. Yeah.
okay,
You can. The night marshal looks at you and he goes, "If you're going in the front door, I'm not going with you, but I will be out here to alert you if
okay,
anything
okay.
goes wrong." And maybe he's
Hmm.
like, I'll
Hmm.
I'll scope out some other entrances and see if there's anything I can do from elsewhere within the enclave. But front door, you're on your own.
Okay. I might uh I don't know what this is gonna. I'll basically tell him I don't know what this is gonna look like. Uh, so maybe I go through the front door and then it's like a bad idea, and then I leave.
Go in the
You
front door.
know.
You're
I
good.
go in the front door.
You're good. You go in the front door. As soon as you walk in, the familiar kind of marbled floor and reception desk enter your vision as you see the tall ceilings and columns of the space. There's the difference between the cogs exterior and then interior of this building is there's uh, mage light torches out there, and then there's like lanterns on the inside of this building.
Hmm.
So you can tell this is like newer construction, nicer, and of course the emblem of the Gorgon, kind of the bull. That's the family, the House Cannith crest, is kind of plastered around in different places within the building. And so um, from your vision, you, or from what you can see in the main room, you've got the reception. Behind it, you've got that gaudy elevator with the bowl, uh, with the chains, that brings it up. And then off to the left and the right, you've got so entrances to workshops to your left, and to your right, it goes into more of the like research and development kind of areas and inventory warehouse type spaces.
Um,
And it's not empty in there. There's
do
people walking back and forth between the different sides of the room.
I'm gonna like pull out a clipboard and then like
Hmm.
a piece of paper and then like a quill, and I'm just going to be like I'll come like right into where it's like I'm out of the way of the doorway. I'm gonna look around and make eye contact with the receptionist, and then I'm gonna like make some notes, and then I'm gonna go into the R&D section.
Okay. Um, like a hotel, the front desk is not necessarily the front of the room. It's kind of tucked into the corner,
Hmm.
so it's not intrusive for people who are already working there, staying there, whatever. So um, the uh,
I
hallway is
give I
open.
give an expression like I'm definitely not going to talk to her,
Yeah.
or him or whoever is at the front desk,
Make a deception check for me.
and then let's see. Sorry, I thought that'd be funny.
It was good.
Um, when I'm surprised. um, I would never be a member of any club that would have someone like me as a member. You are not going to believe it.
Natural
It's
20.
a nat 20.
Yeah.
For a 29.
Okay. Um, the receptionist has a reaction.
Works every time.
She has a reaction
Mhm,
to you, as in, like, she's seen you before and immediately
mhm,
knows, like you can tell. Not only did when you made eye contact, her eyes darted down. Like she was like, I don't want to get into
mhm,
a conversation
mhm.
with that guy because she like
And
she's
then
run
like
into somebody that looks like you before.
before I go into the R&D, um, I will go up to her now that I've seen that she's like, oh shit, I don't want to actually look at this guy and like maybe try to pick his disguise apart.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go up to her and be like, have our uh, have the guests from our other sister sites arrived? And I'm making like a clear reference.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a clear reference to Caneth East and Caneth West.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're down the hall. Just went that way about an hour ago.
Mhm.
And she
Thank
points
you.
down the
And then
same
I'll
hallway you're headed.
and then I'll walk off.
Okay. Yeah, that nat 20 saved
Mhm.
you.
Yippee!
Okay. Um, the hallway, uh, as you continue to walk further down, begins to get a little bit more dirty on the floor. Soot and ash and char from the outside, and a lot of people moving in and out, coming and going, um, tend to keep this hallway messier than the foyer because, like, they can keep the foyer clean, but somebody would have to stand there all day to keep that floor clean, right? And so
Mhm.
you see a combination of human and warforged workers um, toiling away at all sorts of um, invention. They're building
Mhm.
things, they're testing, they're doing all sorts of science and magic combinations that you have no clue what you're looking at, right? A little bit of what you've seen
Uh,
with Rook, but on a scale that is varied from weapons to brooms to tools, cleaning objects, like you name it. They produce things, and not just for war, but for everyday use.
um, I have a scribe's pen
Okay.
uh, that I would like to use, and although I may not be able to understand it from like an artificer's perspective,
Hmm.
um, uh, I'm also going to try to. First thing, scribe's pen. I can use visible ink or choose that it's invisible. I'm going to choose invisible.
Okay.
I have like some symbionts of like notes that I've taken on here, um, you know, check just some like corporate lingo BS, right?
Right.
Of like, oh, we need to see the synergy of the workers and the blah blah blah, and like, are they stealing the stuff we're telling them to build on? Like, they better not be marking it down as waste, and they're actually pickpocketing it.
Hmm.
You know, just like stuff that'll make your eyes closed because it's like I sprayed this piece of paper with chloroform for like how boring it is.
Yep.
Um, but like then when I use my mark of scribing, I'm gonna, as part of the persona, stand around and use the invisible ink to write down like these devices look like, and then if I may, I would like to use my Arcana ability to try to like. I know I'm not going to be able to understand it, but like vaguely get some kind of inkling of maybe Rook can understand it if I say these things in this way.
Okay. Let
You know
me
what I mean?
let me ask you for 3 rolls, and this is, I know this is a lot, but let's do 1 roll for perception or investigation to see, are you glancing at things or are you really coming over and studying what people are working on? Number 2 would be performance or deception. Yeah, are you doing what you say you're doing in a way that seems believable? And then number 3 will be your arcana check to see if you understand what you're actually looking at.
Okay, so for the first one, um, I would like to like I'm genuinely trying to peer into what they're doing,
Okay.
um, but without in a way because I don't want to get in the way of like their natural movement between the objects, between them forging,
Right.
because not only do I not want to do that, someone in my position would not want to do that. Like someone who is the actual person who does this. Um, so uh 17,
Okay.
11 plus 6.
Nice. All right. So I got
Um,
17 for investigation.
and then the next one was
Performance or deception.
performance or deception.
Mhm.
I think like I'm basically still putting on a facade.
Yeah.
Am I really writing stuff down? Yes. Is it about what they're doing? Yes. But should I be here? Hell nah.
Mhm.
Um,
The majority of the
so
workers don't have a sense of security, right? They're not security minded.
mhm,
They're just like, I'm a scientist. An artificer. I'm gonna do my job and not worry about.
mhm,
There's guards here. They can do their job. So
mhm, mhm.
take that as you will.
I'm still trying to make them think of like, oh yeah, of course somebody watched what we're doing. They don't trust us. Like not from a there's a spy from uh God dang it, they got to micromanage everything we do, you
Hmm.
know? And that's the kind of thing that I'm doing where it's like I'm not actually, oh, thank God, he only stood in the corner and took notes. He didn't tell us what we should be doing, even though we know how to do it better, you know?
Right.
Uh,
So is that deception?
yes.
Okay.
15 on the die, and then for my deception, I have +9, so 24.
Holy cow. All right. I'm gonna send you some weighted dice. Go ahead, and your last one would
Mhm.
be Arcana.
Uh, the dice I use is I'm using the blue dice that Matthew got us
Hmm.
for the Christmas. It's the blue. It's like the blue
Oh, with
one.
the little eye or whatever in it. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So blame Matthew for the blue die.
I will.
Um, I'll send you Arcana. I promise you. Is it 18?
Can't see it, but I believe you.
I can't see it. Damn it.
Okay.
Okay, so 18 plus 6 for 24.
Holy cow. Okay. Those are some good rolls.
I'm sweating the whole time.
It is pretty hot down there. It's a very dry, hot. Um,
No, I mean me as the player.
yeah, right, that too.
Like 111, he's a spy, kill him.
Um, on your investigation, you see what looks to be nothing out of the realm of. I mean, it is R&D, right? So it's not stuff that you typically see on the streets. They're working on new inventions, um, but
Mhm,
the majority of things you see in there are um, odd to you. They're either slight weapons. There's not a huge demand for weapons at the moment because there is no active war. So a lot of them
mhm,
are parts, engine pieces, things for airships or lightning rails, right? Um, you see um, containers of materials. Um, there's different types of metals and tubes and woods and magic components of various, you know, familiarity to you
mhm.
as being a wizard and used to using spell components. Um, on your deception, you're doing great, making a believable inspector. Um,
Mhm.
as for
Just trying to be very forgettable.
mhm. As for Arcana, um, I don't recall. Um, well, let me not say that. The the magical properties of the things that you're focusing on, again, mostly are focused on um, engine pieces and things, household items,
Mhm,
whatever. Um, nothing strikes you as, hey, we're preparing for war. Let's create 10,000
mhm.
wands and cannons and things, right? It's
Well, if there is like some kind of like oddity
mhm.
that I legit I just cannot comprehend because my wizard brain is too small for this mega mind artificer thing going on. It's like I'm trying to describe the shape, the things that they're saying about it, because maybe if they're saying like like, oh, here's the fuel injector, like, let's put the fuel injector into this like engine, so then blah 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 blah. Like,
Mhm.
I'm trying to get the context from any of the workers that I can, or like describe, like, it's this size, this shape, this color. Um,
Okay,
Here are the kind of tools that they're using. If I have a tiny little wizard brain.
sure. The um, as you're moving through the rooms, you're kind of going in and out. There's quite a lot of them. Um, you're probably walking through your fifth room, kind of deeper into the enclave here, or this division. And as you're about to leave the last room, one uh, bench of components stands out to you, and you see what looks like a hunk of wood, um, but this wood is not uh, uh, any familiar, like oak or pine or whatever kind of wood that you're familiar with, and it is seeping small amounts of black secretion.
Would I recognize this as like basically wood from the tree?
Good.
Does it look like it's their only thing?
Yeah, there's only like
So like
one
there's
container of it, and it's behind. Um, it's kind of like back in like a caged area of special expensive components.
uh I'm gonna like glance up, like I'm looking for my next place to take notes. And so the things that I have on my page will be a combination of like boring things in like visible notes, and then like things I think that should be hidden in invisible ink because I can change it.
Hmm.
Um, I'm gonna look up. Is there anyone like? Is this like a dusty old corner then?
No, it's not a dusty old corner. It's just
Well, sorry. Is it like attended? That's what I'm asking.
there are people in and out grabbing materials from
Mhm.
that space. You don't see anybody actively using that material though.
Do I think? Do I think if I? I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna note it, note its location, and move on. I
It's
had a little urge to see if I could like clean.
it's
Go ahead.
about like a 3 to 3.5 foot piece of wood. Like it's like a piece of driftwood almost, like a big hunk.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
as you
I
are
As
eyeing
much as
this
I would
thing,
love to blow my cover, but I'm gonna. Yeah.
as you're eyeing this
Go ahead.
thing, you hear some commotion, or not commotion, but footsteps down the hallway that are a little bit louder than others. Um, there's a couple people walking down the hallway, um, a woman and two men and two warforged,
Hmm.
and they're headed.
I am going to go ahead.
I was going to say the way the enclave is situated is the main entrance. And if this is the R&D section and this is the workshops, they do loop around to the back. It's a circular structure, so you could technically walk all the way around and head back the way you were. So they're heading deeper around, headed towards what would eventually switch over to the workshops.
Um, I'm going to like walk the way that they are going to go, but like at a slower pace. And then as they catch up, I'm going to like step aside, like, oh, I recognize these people. They're important. They're coming through. Since they're making so big of fucking elephant feet stomping, you know.
Yep. Okay. So
Um, I'm also going to look at them and is this who I think it is? Is this Merrick and uh, two other people who look like they're probably important?
Indeed, you see Merrick's himself. You see a gentleman with kind of a goatee and this longer black hair and kind of olivey skin. He's a little bit larger. Um, and then you see a woman. He's probably in his 40s or so. And then you see a woman in her maybe late 50s with dark but almost amber colored hair, um, and taller than the other two, um, and flanked by those two Warforged kind of guards walking with them.
Mm-hmm. Um, okay, so I would I'm I've done this before. I've maybe not done this before. Um, so I am looking for a lock of hair, a bit of nail, a possession or a garment. Um,
As they're walking and they start passing
uh,
by you, you hear them muttering about how they're tired of making household objects. They're not making as much money as they used to, and they're annoyed that their business is not war anymore. Um, and
mhm.
the woman is like, yes, war is not our business anymore, but our business is still our business, and we need to continue to make profit if we're going to continue operations. And they just are kind of bickering about, how to improve uh, the status of their house.
Is there? Um, I'm going to essentially be just like laser focused in this moment to see if there's like any way I can see like maybe they have long flowing hair. Like, do they at all? Do any of them have?
Um, Zorlon and Jorlana both have longer hair. Um, it's kept pretty well, though. It looks like they're not disheveled by any means.
So I am. I'm as far as a spy goes, I'm in the right place. I'm in the position for it, and all I need right now is an opportunity. And I don't know if this is it yet. Looking at my spells, the best thing I as a player would like to see if Liam can think of anything. Because I as a player would be looking for like maybe they're walking through and then like even like just like as you go throughout life, hair just falls off.
Right.
Right? I know that. It happened to me. It'll happen to you too. No. Uh I'm gonna be looking for any opportunity, like just like a maybe their hair is shed a little bit or something like that. Just anything like that is the best opportunity.
Hmm.
Uh, so I'm gonna be focused on that. But then Liam as the player, so Liam as the character will be trying to think of anything he can do to make a opportunity possible.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I
that's what
mean,
I got.
yeah. As they walk, you'll have to continue behind them. Um,
And that's why I was trying to walk where they're going. So then me walking behind them wouldn't be weird,
right.
if
Um,
that makes sense.
make a perception check with disadvantage.
I feel like I want to
I've
turn off
never
my
had
background
somebody
now.
ask me, "Can
Uh,
can I see a hair fall from somebody?"
well, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not Gimli, son of Gloin, asking for 3 hairs. Let's go, baby.
Is that a Dynex mousepad? I
The
have that one.
insignia.
Insignia, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
this was a 5.
I bought one of those in
It
2008.
goes to 5. uh, I got a 5.
Okay. You do not.
I I I have marked inspiration that I haven't used.
Okay.
I don't know if that was gone from a far episode ago or
I would say you still have it, but it's up to you if you want to use it here or wait.
I'll wait.
Okay. They continue down the hall, and as they move, the group of 5, um, the the Warforged stop, and the 3 of them enter one of the warehouses. And inside of there, they begin having a discussion, right? And the Warforged wait outside for a moment, kind of guarding the room.
As it looks like they're going into a room,
Mhm.
I would like to find a corner and then use the glass. Like, some maybe behind like a series. I'm short. Like halflings are naturally stealthy.
Right.
Uh so if I can find a good place that's like out of the way, I've been walking around.
So you're going to try to do the scry now.
I'm gonna try to. Mhm.
It only works once per week.
Does When they open the door, does whatever they're going into look like an office or an important
No.
place?
It's like a warehouse. It's like just the ship containers, and they're like
Okay.
going in to go look at the products that they're creating. They're not having a
Does
meeting
it
in
look
there.
like okay, so it doesn't look like it says I'm gonna kill you if you come in here or something like that. They're just waiting outside because they have no business being in there.
Right.
Okay. In that case, I'll. Well, it's always worked in the past. Got to continue. Just walk with confidence, and
You're
then
just going to walk right past them.
you know.
Are you going to go
Mhm.
into the room or just past them down the hall
I'm gonna go into the room.
into the warehouse? Okay.
I'm gonna like look up at him and be like, you two are big fellas, and then I'll like open the door and go through. Like just make like a just. Oh, you're here today. Oh, that's cool.
Make
You know.
another deception check with advantage. Robert's sweating bullets over here.
Yeah. Sure am. I already got one evil eye. I need the other evil eye. Is it? I can't find my other evil eye, but let's do this. I'll do one at a time. 16 is higher than 12. 16 plus 9, 25.
Okay, 25. Your deception is on point. This is the best costume you've ever worn. This is the best attitude you've ever had.
Yeah, let's go.
He rolled a 25 on his deception check. You go into the room and you see not far from you, maybe about 20 feet or so, the 3 of them standing over some inventory crates of you can't see inside of the crates because you're not tall enough, of stuff, right? Um, as you're going
Mhm.
in, and you're looking from your vision with your
And
passive
mhm.
perception, you notice that Zorlon's shoelaces are untied
Shoelaces. Can
on one shoe, on one of his
um
boots.
hmm. Let's see. Uh
He's wearing pretty rugged, bigger boots.
I wish I could vortex warp it, but vortex warp is a creature. Um Is there? So there's another room beyond this, right? Like,
Uh,
how loose are these shoes?
oh, they're pretty loose. Like when you tie up your boots, kind of like the top three rungs, or you have to kind of weave them back and
Uh-huh.
forth before you tie them. All three of those are kind of out, and it's just a couple more laces down at the bottom.
Um. All right. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. And this is sorry. This is uh this is Zorlin.
Yeah, not Sordon.
Um. Zordon. I'm thinking if I can have a way to. So it doesn't have to be the whole thing. It just has to be. Okay. 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 Um. I have a small knife from my. Um. How sturdy do they look? Do they look like they could be cut easy? Like, do they look like old boots? And maybe
From
they're
where
a
you
favorite of his.
from where you are and how rapidly this is happening, I'm gonna say you have no clue
Um, so
because they're
I'm
not
going
gonna stand
to
there forever.
try to. Okay, I'm going to try to do two things real quick. Okay,
Okay.
I have two plans. I have two plans. I'm going to do both of them at the same time.
Great.
Okay, so um, I'm going to take the blade from like the small knife
Hmm.
and like shove it in like the front of my shoe. Okay,
Okay.
so um, I'm a very small creature. I say D&D wise, I'm a small creature. Uh, I'm going to try to walk. This is a. Oh my god, I can't believe. So there's two. I have two ideas, right? One idea is that if his boots are loose, I might be able to step on part of the shoelace and put my like foot or like around, so it creates like so my left foot creates an anchor, right?
Yeah. I.
My right foot pulls the string out, right? That's that's the first idea. The
Okay.
second idea is I cut just a piece of it, just a tiny piece of it with that knife.
Hmm.
But I'm going to do both at the same time because I don't need both of them to work. I need one of them to work. Um.
So the knife is on the front of your shoe.
Yes. So it's going to be on. It's a small knife. It's going to be at the bottom. I'm scum. They're not going to look at me, right?
Hmm. Okay.
Um. And it's just like a little piece of the blade. Like I'm breaking this. Like this knife is going to be disassembled for this.
Okay.
This is what I'm going to try to do.
Now you
I
so
don't
you
need the whole thing. I just need a tiny piece.
so you said
But I'm going to try for both.
you're gonna disassemble the knife really quickly and attach it to your shoe.
Um, that's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check. See if you can pull it apart really quickly.
11.
Okay. I mean, it's not in your moment of desperation. You can like lean it up against something and like bang the blade and get it to separate, nick your hand a little bit as you do it, but
Mhm.
you get it apart.
Okay.
Fasten it somehow to your shoe.
Um, I was thinking if I'm wearing like leather shoes, I'm going to take that end and then cut an insert and then uh basically
Okay.
I mean I think like I have mending. They can or no, I don't have mending. I can deal with this later. I can buy a new pair of shoes. It's fine. Um and then I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to weigh like I'm walking past them. I'm like, sorry, see like like please ignore me, and I'm gonna just like try to continue on my way.
Okay.
So it's just like a weird little what the fuck.
Yeah.
I'm either going to wait for an opportunity to where we're like maybe step off at the same time. Like he's in like just something. They're focused on this box, right? They're
Yeah.
like gathered around this box.
So yeah, they're kind of moving from like one section of crates, and they'll stop for a minute, and then another section of crates, and stop for a minute and talk, and keep going. So you've been in there for about 2 minutes. You're not sure how much longer they're going to be in there.
So I've okay.
I will let you choose. Would you like to do? You can either do some kind of like dexterity check, athletics check to see if you can nimbly move your feet in the way to cut it the right way, or you can do kind of a performance check, say or if you can come up with another way that I haven't explained, feel free. But I think those two probably would be ideal. I don't know how many Probo dice and things we have, just by the way. Probably all of them. A bad DM.
I don't want to use Mage Hand and then get caught. That's just the thing. I am. I'm gonna try performance.
Okay. Give me
because I'm not like a rogue,
yeah.
like a that kind of thief. So
Yep. And explain what you do in your performance. Are you given a song and a dance? Are you
so so I'm basically going to uh
drop your glasses?
like
Oh, my glasses.
I'm gonna be uh that'd be funny. No, I'm going to uh essentially shuffle my papers around and kind of make like the distractions up here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're not noticing me like trying to, cut a bit of your shoelace.
Sure. And from their perspective, as they look, if any of them look down, they're going to
Mhm.
see less of your feet and more of what's in your
And
hands.
mhm. And I still have like the owl. I'm like a short person with an owl, and maybe I have him go.
Okay. So give me your roll.
Mhm. That's the worst part.
It's just math
Oh
rocks.
God, let's see. Jesus Christ. Um, can I use a player reroll? I got a 2 on the die.
I will let you.
Or
I give
no,
you.
no, that's a DM reroll. That's a. Go ahead.
I said I was gonna. I'll give you
What'd you say?
one more reroll because of how well your deception's been going so far. Kind of
Okay.
riding this high,
Um.
but yeah.
Um. Okay. Thank you. I have to use a different die. All right. Jesus Christ. So, it's an 8. I
Okay.
would like to use the inspiration, if at all possible.
I don't know if we can do an inspiration on
Like
top
now
of
is the
the
moment.
reroll. So, is there any
Okay.
modifiers to your performance?
Well, okay. So, no, it'd be 8 total. So,
Okay.
because mechanically I could have had the help action from the
The owl.
Owl.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. But the help action would have been the advantage. That got me a 5 and an 8, and then so I'm so can I roll for inspiration?
Sure.
Okay. What's inspiration now? A D6,
I think so.
right? Okay. 10
10.
total.
Okay. Your bird, your owl flaps its wings. You shuffle your papers as you step on the string with one foot, and the knife your foot lifts up to try and cut it. And as you do, Zorlon looks down at you and goes, "Who is this tiny boy beneath me?" He's like, "Oh,
I'm like and then I'll just like try to keep on walking.
wait, you. What happened?
Uh,
Come tie my shoes." He holds his boot out. "I don't know what happened to them."
um, all
Zorlon is like, "Zorlon, you can't make Merrick's workers
okay.
tie your
Uh,
shoes for you."
uh,
And Zorlon's like,
I
"I
will,
don't care
I
what
will,
Merrick thinks. Tie my shoes, boy."
and I'll just say yes, sir, and I'll like tie his shoes. Is there any opportunity? Like, does he have like a loose string? Like, are they frayed at all?
Make a quick perception check. You got like 2 seconds. He's not watching you.
16 on the die. I have a 0 plus 0.
Okay. They're pretty well kept boots. They're not old by any means. The as you're tying the shoestrings, there is a
Because
there's
if I can just get a hair, that's a possession. You know what I mean?
yeah, there's all kinds of stuff on his shoe. What did you say? You rolled a 16
16 plus 0.
plus 0. Okay. Um, I would say that no, there's no hair, but there are little flakes of leather that you think are pretty loose.
Um,
He's
and
not
I'm
watching
like as
you.
I move.
He and Jorlana are arguing with each other, and Merrick's is you can't quite see him from where you're standing, but you're pretty focused on the shoe at this moment.
So is there any way? So I'm gonna try to like take a piece, and then um, I'm gonna try to take just take a piece,
Okay, give me
smallest piece possible.
yep. Um, I don't know what kind of check. We could do a just a dexterity check, I guess, to see if you can pull it without tugging at his shoe.
If I feel like it's going to be like it starts pulling on a shoe and he'll notice,
Hmm.
I'll I'll try to stop if I notice. This isn't really my forte either. 14 plus 1, 15.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to pull a small piece off as you're tying his shoe up. You finish
And
and tie a nice little bow.
I'll get up and I'll like keep my head down and be like, anything else I can do for you, sir?
He doesn't respond. He actually continues to walk, and Joanna's like,
Okay.
"Zorlin,
Uh,
what is wrong with you?" And Merrick's is like, "He's always been this way." And
oh, as I'm standing there, as I'm standing there with my pretending my head down, can I look in the crate?
uh, you're eye level with the top of the lid, but um,
Oh,
yeah, it's like here
okay.
to you.
Then I'll stand out of their way.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. He
I'll
sidesteps.
actually stand out of their way next to the crate to allow them to pass, and then
Okay. Um,
I
it
feel
could.
like I can get away with being here because he asked me to come over.
Yep. So you finish tying his shoe. They continue to walk on, and they make one more stop at the another section before and continue to bicker at each other before leaving the warehouse area. And you now have in your possession a piece of Zorlan Decaneth's shoe.
As they, do I think they're going to double back and go where the Warforged were?
They the there are multiple entrances to this warehouse along this outer circle, or
Okay.
I guess it would be an inner circle because the warehouses would be on the outside. They go out another of those entrances and continue to walk around the building. So the Warforged would see them and catch up with
Knowing
them.
knowing this is a circle, I will try to go to a different area that they might be. And can I pause real quick to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I'm gonna go too. Yeah, let's take a quick break. Misery is optional.
This is a this one. I disappear. Like there I am with the Venezuelan president, like like kidnapped in a dungeon somewhere.
Yeah, let's take a quick break.
So,
We'll be right back.
yeah. All right.
All right, here we go. And we're back. So, you have acquired a piece of shoe leather from Zoran to Kenneth. They continue to walk around the building. You can maintain a respectable distance. Over time, they make their way back towards the beginning uh, area, the foyer of the Bowser's Castle, and they step onto the elevator. And instead of ascending, the elevator descends. You did not know it descended last time you were here. This is a new revelation to you. It descends, and you are well aware that that elevator is not for general use. It is for Merrick's only and his guests. So you have the spyglass, the finder scope. You know roughly which direction they headed. You have a piece of shoe leather. You feel confident that you can attempt your scry. You're muted again?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So someone cast silence on me. Does it listening to it? Does it sound like one floor or does it sound like multiple floors?
Uh, Hard to tell. You're not really sure. You can watch the
Um,
chains move. They descend for a while.
okay. I am a spellcaster and I cast spells. Um,
You're comfortable with attempting somewhere in the vicinity
okay.
that range of 1,500 feet.
Uh, I'm basically going to ask if do they have bathrooms in here? Because that'd be funny to go to a single stall and just
Yes, they do have bathrooms here.
sweet. I'm gonna use the toilet.
Okay.
Then
It's filled with lava. No, I'm just kidding. It is water. Well,
uh,
whatever. There are they're artificer toilets. They're fancy Japanese
mhm,
bidets, basically. But you can go
mhm.
into the restroom and begin your finder scope scry. So, scrying. Let me pull up the information on scrying again because I lost it.
Yeah. So I have a possession or a garment.
Loosely,
Yeah.
literally just the guy's piece of his shoe, but it counts. Okay, give me just a second. I'm trying to sign into D&D Beyond. 975. About to say my MFA code out loud. It's not cool. You're not allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My iPad was like, "Are you trying to spell scary?" No.
Very spooky.
Very spooky. Okay. This is a wisdom saving throw for Zorlon de Kenneth. And you have the target's garment or other possession, so the save modifier is reduced by 4. And you have met the target, but you don't know him well. So it's just a -4 to their roll.
And it's against my spell save?
Yes. It's a wisdom save. No, it would be, yes, correct.
Or would it be does the object have a...
No, the object does not have.
Okay.
I don't believe. Let me double check. Oh, it does. 17. It's a pretty good object.
It's better than mine.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
You're lucky you found that piece of shoe.
I'm glad.
Rolled a
Oh
19.
my god.
19 minus 4 is 15. And 17 was the save. So you have successfully casted Scrying with the finder scope on Zorlon de Kenneth. Your vision is still itself unless you are looking through the finder scope. So you close your eye.
I will be looking through the final scope.
The finder scope sees Zorlon standing in what looks to be a meeting room. You're not familiar with this room.
Yes.
You've never seen it before. Oh. And he left.
No, I can still hear you. I can still hear you. I was just doing this to make this joke like
That's how big it is.
Yeah. I was just doing that to make that joke.
Perfect. My kids like to play with paper towel rolls. Okay. So as you hear Zorlon talking, I'm trying to read this here. You can see or hear through the sensor as
I'm
if
going to
you
be
were
writing
there.
all this down.
Okay. The 3 of them are alone now. The 2 Warforged are not in the meeting room with them. The conversation continues on about profits, about research and development efforts to assist Lyrandar with the airships and the House Orion with the lightning rails, and it carries on that way for a while. And then eventually Zorlon interrupts Merrick's, and he's like, "Merrick's, enough with the talk of mundane business. You brought us here for a reason. Tell us what you want us to know." And Merrick's, as he's talking, he says, or he begins to discuss how he's begun a new research and development operation. He says, "I will not share all of my secrets. We are not a united house, but it is important for you to know where we are and the future of our house. I have begun development to rebuild a creation forge. In my efforts at this time, I am testing creation of our own homemade clockwork orb." And he pulls out what looks to be a replica of what you guys took from the Lord of Blades, or from Metro, not from the Lord of Blades, of the
Mhm.
clockwork device. It is imperfect. It does not look the same. It is not anywhere near the sophistication of what you guys have in your possession. And he says, we are close, but I still need the original to validate its properties and ensure that it will function correctly. And the other two are not amazed. They're like, why are you going down this path, Merrick? This clockwork device is not going to work. You cannot recreate Zendric artifacts. Their properties have been studied for decades, and we have never been close to cracking the code. And Merrick argues back, and he's like, I am close to cracking the code. I just need validation. And they said, okay, well, where's your
Mhm.
validation? Where is this clockwork orb? You said you were going to go into Seer and retrieve our artifacts. Where are they? And he says, the orb is en route to my location as we speak. And their eyes go wide and they said,
Do I think he's full of shit? Do I
uh,
think he's full of shit?
you can make a insight check.
Insight. 6.
Yep. You're unsure. You've not a very trustworthy person. Not sure what to believe with anything he says out of his mouth. So um, it is en route. I will validate this device's properties, and we will be able to restart all of the creation forges if this is functional. And they're like, they said, Merrick, we've heard stories like this before. You keep saying you're going to do things like this, and then they fall through. We cannot stand by you until you give us proof. And Zoran's like, I don't want to hear about your creation forges. The Thronehold Treaty will not allow us to continue operation. You would have to hide that creation forge in the deepest, darkest pits of hell before anybody would allow this to happen. As much as I would like to restart the creation forges, I do not believe you are close. And then Joanna looked over and she goes, we don't need to discuss this anymore. What about the Lord of Blades? Where is he? What happened? And Zoran looks at her and goes, didn't you know the Lord of Blades has been unmade? Merrick says, it's true. I do not know what happened, but the cult has been dispersed and the Lord of Blades is gone.
Wait, hold on. So, hold on. He's wait, hold on. Did I just hear that right? He's saying, and I'm writing this down, and I'm looking over my notes. He they're just like discussing the Lord of Blades like nonchalantly.
There.
So he's saying like he's kind of Merrick's is kind of being taunted with, oh, don't you know where the Lord of Blades is? Is this what I'm hearing with my ears right now? And then
They're all very
and Merrick
familiar
said
with the Lord of Blades. Yeah.
and Merrick said he doesn't know what happened.
Yep. Well, the Warforged are going to be even more
Okay,
uh, what is the word I'm looking for?
dispersed.
Dispersed. Yeah, there's no central group of Warforged anymore at this point. They all have scattered and will continue to be refugees and look for work. And Joanna says, Merrick, these are your creations. You perfected these Warforged. Support them. Give them what they need. There are only so many left. And Merrick goes back. He's like, I know, that's the point. That is why the creation forges must be rebuilt. We need to support the Warforged and recreate them as a species so they can continue to thrive and not feel existential dread. Zoran's like, The Warforged do not have the souls that you think they do. They are weapons of war. We will continue to use them as weapons of war if we need to, but without creation forges, there is no point. We do not need to support this dying race. And Joanna says, I don't know where to stand between the two of you. I don't know who to support. I don't know why we keep chasing these different goals and ambitions. We need to be a united house. House Cannith is fractured. We need to pull it back together. Just because there is no war does not mean that we cannot continue to make profit and continue to innovate and thrive as one of the 12 Dragon Mark houses. So their conversation begins to unwind further and further, and they begin to bicker. They begin to argue about, if we're going to be a house combined, who's going to lead us? And Jorlan is like, I'll do it. And Merrick's is like, why you? You don't deserve it. And Zorlan says, yeah, if anybody, it's me. And then Merrick's is like, I'm the closest one to all the invention. And they've it descends into argument at that point. And
I am going to I'm going to essentially make specific notes on their bickering
mhm.
to see if the giant political wheel of fate can identify like personality conflicts between them and then start to pick them apart. So this is something I am noting for my job that someone else is going to get handed off.
Okay.
But does it seem very apparent that they're not going to talk about anything more useful?
At this point, yeah, they're done with the hypotheticals and the goals and
Um,
ambitions. They're at this point just like,
and
thanks for
so
wasting our time, Merrick.
I'm gonna close it. Um, uh, and then I'm gonna come out of the bathroom.
Did you wash your hands?
Like, yeah,
Okay.
yes. Uh, um, in real life and in game.
Good.
And I'm going to ask the receptionist. I'm going to go make my final way. Go up to the receptionist, be like, yes, I just have. So I'm going to try to talk to the receptionist and be like,
Mhm.
yes, I just have one item. That there's currently a parcel en route for Merrick's. Is that? I need to track it. Are you aware of this?
No, I don't believe so.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, this is one of those things. It's like a dangerous enough object that we have to notice the Sharn watch. So if not, so
If
they can do anything with. Hold on. I'm just going to say there's a dangerous package that we just need to account for. It's a part of our reporting duties as an organization, as outlined in the treaty. You don't need to know that if there's something big funky. And just remember to uh, I'll write a piece of paper that has uh, Sergeant Vilroy's information on it, and then
okay,
I'll go to it'll be like it's just part of our reporting duties. We don't want the Sharn Watch to come bearing down on our business. We have enough to deal with. Thank you
yeah,
so much for everything you do. And I'm gonna try to make her do
she's
that.
like, she's like,
Oh, like she
would you like a mint?
absolutely.
Okay, thanks.
And then
And
I'll go outside.
okay,
Do I feel like it's a 50-50 chance if she is like, oh, it's like this is something,
she,
you know what I mean?
yeah, no, she's like, she has no clue about shipping and receiving and parcels. Like she's just, that's not what she does.
I just asked her because I felt like she might. Okay, damn. Oh well. I'm gonna exit the building.
Okay.
This is phase 2 of this. So, uh, I have a wild idea. Um, so I'm gonna go outside and try to. I'm gonna keep a lookout for people who have suspicious packages including bags. That I'm gonna keep an eye out for Rook's bag.
Okay.
Um, I'm going to. I'm gonna try to meet up with Knight Marshal Del Lenneth,
There you go.
um, and tell him about what I saw. The
Okay.
biggest thing being, like, he says he has the clockwork device, which if he stole it from us, I haven't talked to the others. It should it,
hmm
I'll basically get a quick rundown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, for the sake of time, since we are running this session a little long, um, the Night Marshal sends you a message from the inside and asks where you are, and you say you're out. So he makes his way out. He meets up with you further down the tunnels, in
I,
another location. Um,
so, if I may, I didn't want to go too far
right, because
because
you're
I
checking the
have,
packages.
I
Yeah.
know, but I also have a bold plan.
Okay.
Um, um, I kind of want to wait for them to come out and then, like, take a piece by force and then jump off,
Take a
like a,
piece.
a hair or locket or something.
Um, there is nowhere to jump off because you're surrounded by lava. You're in the cogs.
I can uh polymorph into. I have an idea.
They, I'll
Um,
save you some issues. They stay for a long time. They don't come out anytime soon. It's a couple hours. They have guest quarters um, within the enclave, and they don't leave.
okay.
So you're not going to run into them.
Uh, I don't know if this will be, if you're, like, saying essentially we're coming up on the end of our session. Um,
Pretty much, yeah. My goal is to try
would
and
there be
get you
any
back to
chance?
the party at this point.
Is there any chance I could do a brazen, like, I'm going into their quarters and stuffing my pockets with shit and then running out?
Probably not. The facility is pretty well guarded, even though you managed to walk into the front door. Their chambers and VIP areas and things are guarded by the
I just
wolfers
want
there.
to. Okay. Hearing this, I just want to try to get one item from Merrick's if possible, and I'm gonna try to. Is his quarters, like, is everything he has below deck?
You have no idea. You went to his personal workshop above when you were there, but you did not see any chambers or anything when you were back there.
So his personal workshop, it has stuff that belongs to him. I suppose.
It would.
I want to try to go up and then, like, grab something and then leave. I'm framing the thing for the last, like, section of the session. Uh,
I'm gonna uh Night Marshal's gonna are you telling him that you're gonna do this?
no.
Okay. Well, he is like expecting you to come back with him. Like you've done enough.
If he tells me I've done enough, then I've done enough.
Yeah. He's like,
Okay. So
you've
I'm
been
gonna
in
I'm
there
gonna
for
exit.
a long enough amount of time without getting caught. I wouldn't push your luck.
Uh, kind of want to push my luck though. I don't know if you're willing to. Are you willing to go with with that as the DM, or do you want to kind of wrap up? No.
It's a pretty good way to get your character killed, to be honest.
Stakes are pretty high though. I'll give in to reason and not do it.
I will let you know that many things are unfolding on other characters' shopping trips.
Um,
This will not be the last time you see Marriage to Kenneth, for sure.
Okay. I'll go talk with him then.
Okay.
I'll do it. So, by the way, my plan was like if like just steal something, and then if there's a window, vortex warp myself out the building onto the other side, and then just book it.
I don't even know if you would make it up the elevator, to be honest.
I was just gonna kind of wait until someone tells me no. You know.
They would have stopped you pretty quickly before you even got to the elevator. There's guards for the elevator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll leave it at that then.
You
I'm gonna
you
go
would
out
have
to Night Marshal.
known that how heavily guarded from the last time you were there that elevator and those areas are. It wasn't just a hey, come check out my workshop if you feel like it kind of place. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So, sorry, I hate to shoot down player ideas. I just didn't
You're fine.
want
You're
you
fine.
to.
You're fine.
I didn't want you to ruin all of the things that you just did. um, the Night Marshal takes you back, or goes back with you to out of the cogs, back into the city. So you heard from Merrick's that the clockwork orb is supposedly en route to him at some point soon. As he was speaking, is what he said. Um, the last you know, your friends were and your brother were at the tree in Trailus Tearlith, and they at this point it's probably pushing 11 o'clock.
So I think the place it would have been in, if I remember right, the bag was in Aiken. It was like shoved into Aiken,
Mm-hmm.
and so I would uh, go home to try to open Aiken up to see if it's still in Aiken.
Okay, I'm gonna DM change my timing a little bit here. The events that unfolded in the last session occurred roughly 3 a.m. or so. And the party split up right around that time, right? So Rook went on foot and V climbed the towers up there afterwards. Did you watch the last session?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
And
Just make sure.
then
So I just want to make
Falric
sure that
is
you don't show up there until
on a magic
later.
carpet ride.
Right. So you don't show up there until 5 or 6 in the morning,
If
probably.
if I'm okay with doing that if that's what's needed, like of like having the sidebar do a full debrief.
Yeah.
Um, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you said you wanted to take good notes and send it off to
Yes,
the
and
other
then pass them
investigators and
off.
things. Yeah. So a couple
But
extra
this is
hours.
this is definitely a 5 alarm. This is a definite 5 alarm fire.
Yep. So you do all those things. You return home. As you return home early in the morning, your father you find gravely injured. You find multiple members of the Sharn Watch outside of your home. You see Rook with them, but no sign of Falric or V. You see your sisters and Lionel and your mother all huddled together, trying to clean up the mess in the home and talk to the the watch and give reports of the individuals that Falric had killed in the home as home invaders tried to
Mhm.
take out your family. And you.
Is it Knight Marshal Delneth with me?
Oh no, he stayed back at the towers. Unless you asked him to come with you, but he wouldn't have volunteered to
I
come.
probably wouldn't. Yeah.
Um, and knowing that your brother is missing and V is gone looking for him, um, you are with Rook at this point, back at the home, and we will.
Where's the orb? Where's the orb?
Oh, you
I'll leave
can.
it at that.
Yeah, you
Where's
can.
the orb?
You open up Aiken, and the bag of holding is still intact inside of it.
I'm going to look in the bag of hold. I'm going to look in the bag of holding.
Yep. You open up.
I'm double. I'm putting my. Do I see a lead line thing?
Like and when you open it up, you have to turn the suitcase kind of upside down and like
I
separating
will
a
do that.
board game box.
Mhm.
Thunk. the
Okay.
the lead box falls out.
I will painstakingly put it back in, and then make sure my family's okay.
Okay,
And we can leave it at that.
great. And that is where we will end your one shot.